Hello there, dear friends, and welcome once again to the Relaxed Fantasy Review. The channel is going through a bit of a change right now. We're moving, but we're going to get a brand new setup here very soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep producing content, even though it's not the most ideal situation. On this channel, we spend our time looking at fantasy of all sorts, from books to movies to video games, and applying the characters within into the tabletop game, Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition. Today, though, we're going to be looking at a core mechanic of D&D itself. Specifically, we're going to be looking at a subclass of the Barbarian from Xanathar's Guide to Everything, the Storm Herald Barbarian. This is a barbarian that literally draws from the powers of the storm and takes a bit of a playbook out of the druid of the land, because every time they get a new subclass ability, they choose a type of land, from the desert to the sea to the tundra, choosing between the powers of the sandstorm, the lightning storm, and the blizzard. But what do these powers amount to? Let's have a look-see. So at level 3, when you choose the subclass, you immediately choose between desert, sea, and tundra. If you choose desert, when you're raging, as a bonus action, you can cause a few extra points of fire damage out in a 10-foot radius, just a tiny little fire bomb. If you choose sea, as a bonus action while raging, you can make lightning damage against a dexterity save in a 10-foot radius around you. And if you choose Tundra, then as a bonus action while you rage, you can grant extra temp hit points to allies within 10 feet of you. So basically, fire, lightning, or temporary hit points, your choice. Personally, I'd take the lightning damage against the dex save. It's more damage than the fire. It just isn't guaranteed. I say go for it. It's a bonus action. Why not? I give Desert a 7 out of 10, Sea an 8 out of 10, and Tundra a 6 out of 10. Then at level 6, you get what's known as Storm Soul. Again, you choose a type of land. If you choose Desert, you get fire resistance, you don't suffer from extra heat, and you can set objects on fire basically at will. If you choose Sea, you gain lightning resistance, you can breathe underwater, and you gain a swimming speed of 30 feet. All three of those are great. And if you choose Tundra, you get cold resistance, you don't suffer from extreme cold, and you can freeze water, an entire block of water for a short period of time, which can be pretty handy in certain situations. Damage resistance is great. Across the board, pick your favorites. I'd say Sea is still the best here, though. Breathing underwater and a swimming speed, very, very nice. I give Desert and Tundra 8s out of 10, and the Sea a 9. Then at level 10, you get Shielding Storm. You don't choose a type here. You simply get to give your resistance of damage to allies that are inside your aura. So within your 10-foot radius, you can grant your damage resistance to your allies. Not terrible. It sucks that it's so short, but if someone is close to you, you can give them damage resistance to fire, lightning, or cold, depending on which one you've got. So 7 out of 10 there. And finally, at level 14, the capstone feature, Raging Storm. If you choose Desert, you can use your reaction to cause fire damage if someone attacks you in your storm aura. So just a reaction damaging attack. It's kind of like Hellish Rebuke. If you choose Sea, you can use your reaction to knock enemies that you hit prone against a strength save, meaning you're using your reaction on your turn. You hit and use your reaction to knock them down. Then finally, the Tundra one. When your storm aura is used, you can freeze an enemy in place, again against a strength save. Freezing an enemy is okay. Strength saves aren't the best things to target, though. I think that the Raging Storm power could be a little bit better. I still think Sea is the best, knocking enemies prone and doing it when you attack. That's pretty unique, actually. I give that 8 out of 10. Desert, I give 7 out of 10, and Tundra a 6. There's a bit of a pattern here. The Storm is pretty powerful when it comes from the sea. The Desert is decent, and the Tundra kind of suffers a little bit. And I think that Shielding Storm one is kind of meh. Personally, I think the Storm Herald Barbarian is a 7 out of 10 character. Lots of variety, but there's really just kind of one path you want to follow. Unless you're building for a very specific build, I'd say go Sea all the way. And that just is a little bit more boring than I was hoping for. I was hoping for good variety and viable options throughout. Nothing super bad here, just, one path seems to be the most powerful one. So, Storm Herald Barbarian, you're okay. This has been the Relaxed Fantasy Review. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe down below, and keep your eyes peeled for more subclass reviews coming down the line soon. Have a good one, my friends.